Brian Anderson, the man said loudly enough for the diner to hear. The tech genius! You're the guy who started Horizon Systems, aren't you? What are you doing in a place like this? Brian froze, his coffee cup halting midair. Hannah, who had been clearing a nearby table, turned sharply at the sound of the name. The man continued, oblivious to the tension. I've read all about you. You're a self-made millionaire. You've been on magazine covers. My brother works at one of your companies. Brian offered a tight smile, trying to downplay the recognition. I like to keep a low profile, he said, glancing nervously toward Hannah. Hannah stood motionless, her tray clutched in her hands. Her face shifted from confusion to realization, then to hurt. The moment the customer left, Hannah marched over to Brian's booth, her voice low but trembling with anger. So, she began, her eyes narrowing, all this time you've been lying to me? Brian looked up, guilt flashing across his face. Hannah, let me explain. You're a millionaire, she interrupted, her voice rising slightly. A tech mogul, and you've been sitting here letting me pay for your lunches, pretending to be, what, broke? Jobless person? I wasn't pretending, Brian said, his voice calm but strained. I just didn't tell you. Hannah let out a bitter laugh. Didn't tell me? Brian, I've been bending over backward to help you, thinking you couldn't afford a sandwich, and you're sitting on a fortune. Why? Brian stood, trying to meet her gaze. Because I wanted to know if someone could care about me for who I am, not what I have. My entire life, people have only seen the money, not me. Hannah's eyes filled with tears, but her voice remained firm. And you thought it was okay to use my kindness as some kind of test? To see if I was worthy? Do you even realize how humiliating that is? Brian took a step closer, his tone pleading. It wasn't about testing you, Hannah. I didn't plan this. I didn't want to lose what we had. Hannah shook her head, her voice breaking. What we had, Brian. You built this on a lie. How can I believe anything you've said was real? She turned and stormed out of the diner, leaving Brian standing alone, his chest tightening as the bell above the door jingled in her wake.